Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, I have a Valheim build inspired from the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Anybody that's familiar with the IP will recognize this as Riverwood. Tried my best to recreate it as faithfully as possible, while also keeping a similar scale as the game has. So we'll take a little tour through here. This is the first house. Plenty of furnishings, trophies, beds, storage. Even the insides of the building were tried to recreate faithfully as well. Over here we have the blacksmith. A little cramped, but I tried to, again, keep the scale as close as possible. Got some weapons and armor, as well as the forge. Even made a little anvil sign. Go inside here. The blacksmith's home. He has his beds, more storage, some food, and his basement. Here we have the general store, or the trade store, whatever it was called. Here, we have some wood outside. We have all these baubles and stuff on the shelves, as well as the shopkeeper's counter. Any of those familiar with the game, I kind of put the claws here to kind of symbolize the golden claw that the shopkeeper has. Well, some more food and storage. Head upstairs to his bedroom. And then you can go through here to get to the balcony. Further along to this side, there's a staircase that goes down. To the back side of the house in the general store, we have this house. Another villager house. Nice and cozy. Lastly, over here we have a walkway or staircase to get up to the top of the wall. So if you're a guard, stand up here with your bow and make sure no monsters or anything come attack you, your village. Further on this way, we have another villager house. This is the only house in the entire village that's made out of stone. Now, I tried to get the curve, because it is like a curved building. I think I did pretty well with it. If I was able to make the building larger, I probably would have gotten the curve a bit more cleaner, but considering how small this building is, I think I got it pretty well. On. Of course, the villagers got his little farm area as well. There were cows in Valheim, I'd put some cows right here. That's what they had. Another wall with another staircase over there. Even tried to replicate the outsides of the village a little bit. Also tree placement as well. Over here we have a little farm. There's a cart. Further down the road, we have the go over here to the left to the sawmill. There's two bridges. There's this one right here. Go to the other side of the blacksmith near the main gate. There's another bridge. There's the water wheel. Here we have the saw. So if Valheim had moving parts, you know, you would this thing would drop down, cut this thing in half, and then drop it all here. Got a little lever on the side. It's a beam, but you know. Well, some storage. There's a little pier right here, balcony. Crafting. This is the only building in the village, other than the walls, that have dark wood, their roof. There's that. You can see further on all the way to the stone bridge. Lastly, we have the largest building, which is over here. Which is probably, other than maybe the shop and the blacksmith, is probably the most iconic. Now, instead of doing like a normal sign and putting the sleeping giant, which I believe is what the tavern's called in game, I decided to use a Great Orf brute trophy. We have some little rock walls as well as some trees. We'll head inside. We have the inside. We have plenty of tables, and chairs, and barrels, and food all lying around. We have where the bartender would be, the tavern keeper. You could stand here and take orders and serve food to others. Here we have the guest rooms. They're a little cramped. Skyrim does this thing where the interiors are actually larger than the outside of the buildings a lot of the time because of how it loads areas in the game. But I thought keeping the outside as realistic or faithful to the game would be better than the inside. And normally in the game you wouldn't be able to see out through these windows, but because they have like a fake window thing on them, like a fake window effect in the game. But this game, you should get to see through them. You get light beams and stuff. Here, in game is supposed to be an alchemy table, so I used the rune table to kind of symbolize that. I was maybe gonna try to use the Golder table, but it's just too large. Go through here, we have the final bedroom. This is the only place I had to actually cut something off. This closet right here, normally in Skyrim you'd be able to go down to like a hidden basement. Fortunately, the way Valheim's train system works, I was not able to fit that in. Because I couldn't get it. I'll show you guys over here. So the basement would be like right here. If I were to build a staircase right here, it would totally just ruin the outside immersion. Even if I put like a fake rock, even if I did that, it would look really weird. As well as the train here is not able to dig deep enough without hitting water. Because the water in this game sits at the same level for the entire world, so That's the sleeping giant. And finally, the little last piece is there's another staircase inside the building. Hello, little boar. How you doing? Got some villagers. Another staircase goes up to the wall. Tried hiding the stone poking through. Couldn't get it to though for the most part, but it's alright. It works. And here's the road that goes on to the rest of the world. You can see the village from this side. If you like this video, consider subscribing and dropping a like. Until next time, peace.